Hi there. Welcome to another Singing Tips Reel. I hope you enjoyed last week's session. And what I promised back then was that I would talk a little bit more in detail about this idea of emotional connection and how that might enhance your performance and your vocal technique essentially. I said there that it's a big part of my practice, and it is, but it's not without a lot of hard work that goes beforehand. It's essentially like what a lot of these reels are about is like sharing some vocal techniques, vocal warm-ups and practices and concepts around technique. Technique is extremely important. You have to know how to play your instrument. Yeah, you have to be good at your craft. And the reason you have to be good at your craft is so that you can be free as an artist. That's the important goal. So it doesn't mean that you have to be able to sing all the notes or make sounds that other people can make. It just means that for you as an artist, you don't want to be limited by your lack of technical ability. You want to be free to express yourself in the way that you want to express yourself. So for example, if I want to be able to express myself by singing high and I can't, then that's a problem for me personally as an artist because I'm restricted. If I don't, as an artist, want to sing high, then it's not a worry. I don't need to do that. So I just really want to make sure that that's in that context of, technique is there to serve you as an artist. It's not a set of rules that everyone has to abide by, and the rules aren't the same for everybody. So that's really important to note, listening to these reels. This is my journey. I'm just sharing in case anyone finds it useful. So I just wanted to use what I'm working on now as an example because it's a great example of what I was talking about. Right now, I'm working on a brand new opera called Three Marys, and it's by Andre Greenwell and Christine Evans. It's a beautiful new work, and we're about to premiere it at the Sydney Opera House, which is quite exciting. This work is essentially about three women, and they're cast out from their country on a boat. They're refugees, essentially. And it's a really moving, very emotional story. It's quite close to my heart, a lot of the narrative that goes on here. And I've just been literally like an hour ago learning the music and going through my arias and things like that. And there are some really triggering moments. But it's super beautiful and I love this kind of material. I can really throw myself in emotionally, but I'm not going to do that right away. And so what I'm actually trying to do is just strip the emotion and the narrative away for now while I'm learning the notes, and while I'm learning, like I'm singing it in. I really want to insert some really good data. And that's important when you're on stage doing a dramatic work, because there are so many things that layer on top of that, so many other things that you have to think about, that the technique and the way that you insert the data and sing it into your voice has to be as immaculate as possible. It will get you through, because things can go a bit awry technically, and if you get over emotional about it, you can kind of tire yourself out a little bit, to be honest. So what I'm actually trying to do now is just take that element out, just like insert the basic, really good technical data that's going to be sustainable, that's going to be really fine and beautiful in my voice, that I'm going to really sing well. And I'm doing that in a very conscious and aware way, so that muscle memory is very strong and solid. And so then later, when we're in production rehearsals and then of course in performance, I can rely on that muscle memory and that great technical data that I've inserted, and I know that I'm singing really healthily and singing really well, and that's going to serve me as an artist and in my performance, because I won't have to think about that. I don't want to be thinking about that in performance. It's going to be part of it. There might be some tricky things where I have to just have half an eye on a certain technical moment if it's very tricky, but I want to be able to then fold in all the other elements of my performance in the moment, and that includes, being in the moment as the character, what's happening in the narrative, the drama, really being present as the storyteller. So I just really wanted to talk about, that's what I'm doing. I'm actually not going into the emotion right now. I'm just inserting very good technical data. I'm thinking about my technique in a very technical way, in a very kind of non-emotional way, and just making sure that, everything's there, breath-wise, fine-wise. I can't talk about all the technique stuff here right now. But I just wanted to make that point, that that's the first step. And then later I can enhance that and enhance my performance by bringing in the emotional connection and all the other wonderful stuff that's super fun. That's all I have to say. Thank you so much. Goodbye.